Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining in once again. This is episode number 3 of Crazy Travel Storytime Adventures. In the previous 2 episodes, a lot of exciting stuff went down, so hopefully you can check it out. The links are down below. Today's episode is about the time that I was an au pair in Spain and some of the experience that happened while I was in Spain. So let's take it back to 2014. That is the year that I moved to London, England from Canada. I moved to London, England. I remember it was April. I remember the exact date. It was the 15th of April, and yeah, I moved there at a really weird time. It was a time where the school year was going to end in a couple months, but I thought, you know, screw it, let's just do it. I just want to get started. I wanted that independence before I was living at my dad's house. And I was ready for a fresh new start. I wanted to teach. I'm a teacher, so I wanted to teach in England as well. I had a friend who was living there, and yeah, that was the start of my journey. But one thing I didn't fully think through was what would happen in the summertime. Yes, so the school year in England ends at the end of July, and I would have the whole month of August. So I thought to myself, what could I do where I could travel and I don't have to pay a lot for rent? Yes, I thought, how about let's be an au pair in Spain. So if you don't know what an au pair is, it is basically where you go and live with the family. You take care of the kids. You may be asked to do some chores around the house. In my case, I was mainly asked to speak English to the children. It was kind of odd because I didn't speak Spanish, but anyway, that's for another story. But yeah, that's what I found. I looked at this website, I found a family, they seemed nice enough. I thought, let's do it. So today I probably would have done a little more research, but back then I was like, let's just go for it. Let's see what it's going to be like. So it was the beginning, or no, sorry, it was about the beginning of August, and I thought, okay, first, for 1 week, I'm going to go to Portugal. I wanted to do a little bit of travels, and then I would fly to Barcelona in Spain. The family would pick me up, and they lived an hour south from Barcelona. So, in Portugal, it was lovely. I was exploring. I was in a hostel. It was, you know, at the time, it was great. But let's fast forward to the day that I was about to travel to Spain, to Barcelona, and yeah, that was an interesting morning, very interesting morning, because, you know, I wake up, the alarm goes off, probably irritated everyone in the hostel room, but hey, I had to catch that flight, and I look down, oh my god, my suitcase was filled. It was like it was an ant infestation. I was thinking, how did this happen? I didn't eat in the hostel room. I didn't have any food in my suitcase. Well, I'm pretty sure it was someone else who maybe just stumbled in late at night, dropping something sweet, some food around the area, and yes, it led to a trail in my suitcase. I was quite stressed out because I was thinking, oh, I'm about to meet the family. What are they going to think of me? They're going to think, who is this girl? She's bringing all these bugs with her. Oh, it was terrible. So I remember I was just trying to get rid of the ants as quickly as I could, shaking out the clothes. I had to go to the airport. In the airport, I'm literally taking out every single piece of clothing and trying to shake everything out. It was really disgusting. It was horrible. But hey, I told them they were going to be there that day. I told them I was going to meet them, so I tried my best, and anyway, the mom picked me up, and I was all like a little nervous thinking about, oh, my suitcase. She had this lovely car, but anyway, by the time we arrived at the house, the first thing I said was, can I do some laundry, please? And they were really sweet. So yes, I was able to do laundry, but it was a very weird scenario to say. I felt very uncomfortable from the beginning. And what I will say, I'll get into this for this episode. I will not be talking about my whole experience being an au pair, just more about the experience in Spain while I was an au pair. But I will say that I felt pretty uncomfortable the whole time. I don't know if I would ever do it again. I just felt like I was a stranger living in the house, maybe because I had only been there for a month, so I did find it very awkward. But whenever I could on the weekends, I thought, right, I'll try and go to other cities. Like maybe I could go to, I went to Valencia, I went to Barcelona a few times, I went to, there's somewhere else, I can't remember the name, a few other places, but yeah, there was this, I'll explain two more stories. There are two stories. So the first story is I met some other au pairs around the area where I was living, and we had all decided, let's go to Valencia for a weekend. So one of the girls said, where do you guys want to stay? I was really open, I didn't really mind, but she said, hey, how about we do couch surfing? So I've never couch surfed before. I wasn't against it, but you never know if it's going to be like some crazy person that you're going to be staying with. So I just said, yeah, I'm with two other girls, why not? So anyway, she found a guy who wanted to host us, 3 girls, in his place, and we got there, and to be honest, it was really fun. They took us out salsa dancing, made us a meal, we explored the area. It is not at all, like, I think maybe we got lucky because I think it sometimes could be sketchy, but in our experience it was like really, really cool. But yeah, it was just like the 3 of us there, and I was thinking, do you do this every weekend? And he said, yeah, like a lot of the time I do. So that was kind of strange, but it was a great weekend in Valencia, really beautiful place. I stayed at in this other city. It felt like Jersey Shore styles, and I went with my friend, and I remember we went to this hostel, and we wanted to go to this club at night during, you know, when I used to go clubbing. And we got to the hostel, and there was this mom who was like in her 50s, and this younger girl who she looked like she was like 12. But anyway, we were getting ready, we were having some drinks, and the mom's like, yeah, she was from France, and in, you know, whatever English she knew, she asked if her daughter could come out with us to the bar, and we were like, I don't think she's old enough. So she wasn't 12, I think she was like 17 or something, and what we were supposed to say no, so we're like, okay. But yeah, the daughter did not speak a word of English. She did not speak a word of English at all. But anyway, we had this really awkward dinner because, you know, she couldn't speak English. We couldn't really speak any French. We're trying to communicate with her. So we had dinner before we were going to go to the club. Eventually we got to the club. I'm pretty sure that was her first time ever going to a club. I'm not really sure. She had drinks. Me and my friend were like, well, we're not here to babysit, but at the same time we were just like, hopefully she's okay. I remember it was a really fun night. We stayed out, I think it was like one of those foam parties or something, you know, with like bubbles and foam, and we stayed out really late. Like we met some people, and I think we were out till like 6 a.m. or something. And when we got into the hostel, her mom went ballistic, not on her daughter, on me and my friend, and we were like you said you wanted your daughter to go out. And yeah, I just remember I was so drunk. I was like eating chips and just laughing, and it was really, I don't know, it was quite the scene. But I felt bad that her mom was probably really worried, but I was just, you know, all over the place. And that was an interesting time for sure. I don't know if I would ever go back. I'll have to think of the name of where we stayed, but it was like Jersey Shore styles. That's what I remember. So yeah, my experience in Spain, it was like mixed. There was a mixed bag there because I felt really awkward living with the family, but I loved traveling around, and having the experiences that I did. So there were a lot of fun experiences there. I will save a little more for about my experience in Spain for another episode, but I hope you enjoyed this, and it's so nice that all of you have joined along, and hopefully you can like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye!